Hey, everybody.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing tonight?
What's going on? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I'm happy it's Friday and it's my day off, but it's also the end of the week, too. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Could be better, you know.
I forgot to put my headphones on until just now, but now I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I
There you
don't
go.
have. I'm sitting here like trying to mess with my earbuds right now because I also forgot. And let's see, I hope they do better than they did Wednesday whenever they made me sound like a robot.
Hey, Katie. Hey, Truffle. Hey, Sincere. Hey, Police Wife Live. Don't worry, we'll drop the StreamYard link in a little bit. We're going to go over the recap first before we drop the link for everybody. I hope everyone had a great week. A lot has happened on YouTube, but before we get started, I just want to quickly let people know that someone that was a sub of ours who is a big part of the YouTube community, she went by the name LRC217. She passed away on Wednesday, and she goes by, her real name is Lori, and I was very close with her, so was Police Wife Life. She was a sub to our channel. She's been in this community for a long time, and we're greatly going to miss her, and I just wanted to let you guys know and kind of just say, you know what, the stream tonight is for her. She would be very proud that we are still doing this and keep going, and she would be here supporting us tonight if she was still here, and her spirit will live on through us all, and I will make sure we never forget her because she was a great lady. She was a wonderful lady.
Yeah, she was always there to say hi and welcome anyone anytime you went into a chat, even when you would be scared to say something because you liked a creator that other people didn't.
Yeah.
She was always there to say hi.
Yeah. She always made me smile even when I wasn't smiling. She always put that smile on my face. Just her being there and saying, "Hey, how are you? Good to see you here." And it's like, yeah, it's so good to see you too.
It's so hard to even find words to say in a moment like this. So
Yeah.
I just hope that everyone who knew her, everyone who loved her is finding some peace tonight and moving forward because grief is really hard.
It is. It is. She lived in the same state as I did, and we literally had just made plans to meet up for lunch last week and like figure all the details out. So it's crushing me a little bit because I wish I could have done it sooner and been able to actually meet her in real life and just seen her for the beautiful person that she is. This is actually, I wanted to throw this up really quick. This is something that Julie had made for Lori, and I also have one that T-Spiracy had made. If any of you guys would like this, I know that some of them are putting it as their background or posting it on their channel or on Twitter, and I'd be happy to post it on Twitter for everybody. And Julie Virgo did a great job with this one, and let me pull up T-Spiracy's because she did a wonderful job on hers as well. And I just think it's beautiful that they both did this beautiful artwork for her.
And I have the one T-Spiracy did up on Twitter.
Oh, you did. There you go. Yes, that's awesome. So let's see. This is the one that T-Spiracy did. I'll post Julie's after the stream for everybody. It'll also be in the Discord for everybody. But I'm going to see about, since she lives in the same state as me, at least being able to go to her wake when we do have more of the details, to go there to support everyone on YouTube that loved her, because I know everyone lives so far away. The least I can do is go there. And I know Charlotte today said something about maybe doing a fund for a flower arrangement or something for her. So as soon as I talk to Charlotte and we figure out details or how she's going to do it, we'll figure something out together so we can all remember her and how wonderful she is, and at least give that back to the family since she did so much for us.
That would actually be really nice if when you get details of where any kind of ceremony is going to be, that we can
send flowers.
We can send flowers. I would love to do that. You know, and then if there's a specific charity that Lori loved, or that her family, that's something near and dear to their hearts, I'd also like to know if that is something that we can find out, because that would be a really good thing for everyone to send love to that charity in memory of her.
Definitely. Like a Police Wife Life is in contact with her daughter, so I will find out what her favorite charity is for us, at least, and I'll let even Charlotte know too, so that way we can figure out something. Definitely. And I'm happy to help set anything up, like I said to Charlotte today. So we'll figure it out and we'll keep everyone posted. Yeah, bring a toy robot to the funeral. That would be cute. Definitely. Definitely, I will. Definitely do that. Hey, Froggy. I wanted to get that out of the way so that way at least we can dedicate the stream for her tonight and just let everyone here know we're going to be thinking about her throughout the whole stream. But that was the most devastating news that I got today, and it's a big impact of my week. So,
and if nothing else, we real quick, we do know that Lori really, really loved her dog. So if nothing else, we could send maybe something to the local shelter.
Yes. Yep. Definitely. Definitely. That would be wonderful. If you want to know more details about what happened, Charlotte did do a stream today. I don't feel like discussing it right here, right now, because I think Charlotte did a wonderful job on talking about it. I'd be happy to go over details of just what happened. She kind of got into a car accident. She went to the hospital. They let her go home, and we still don't know what is going on and what happened. But when her daughter came to see her the next day after she got out of the hospital, she had found her passed. So we're waiting to hear more information about that. But if you do want to go check out Charlotte's stream, she does give more details, and she did a wonderful job giving the details as well. Okay, I need a second, but.
Okay, so Kim, did you have anything interesting happen this week?
I had a lot of interesting things happen this week. It's been such a crazy week. I'm feeling really bad for Jackie right now, so sorry. What did happen this week? I have more rants. It needs to be Wednesday again because I have a ton more rants. One of them is plagiarism. That's the rant, the whole thing.
Like, who plagiarized? Like, I'm curious now.
Well, I'm not gonna say because you send it to me, but I'm not gonna say on stream. It's not really plagiarism. It's just
Oh, I got you. I got you. Yeah.
I don't really love that too much, and it's been a long week for me. It's been insane at work. I felt like it was a full moon, and just the craziest things that could happen did happen this week. So I'm happy to put this week behind me just because it was probably a really bad week for everyone.
Yeah, this week was crazy. I mean, even in the YouTube stratosphere, it was crazy as well. And that's what we're here to tell you guys about, is what happened on YouTube. So, I mean, what I heard, let's see. Well, on Saturday, Jaclyn Hill did a video, and she hasn't done a video in a while like this, where she posted a video. It was called We Need to Talk, but really it was just her going over how the videos that she's doing nowadays, she feels like she has to watch everything she has to say so she doesn't hurt somebody or offend anybody, and she's not really feeling like her complete self, and she misses the days where she could just talk to us like, we are the friends that we are with her. And she said, you know what, I'm going to do it, and let's talk about it. She also got threading done in her face. And for those who don't know what threading is, it's kind of, I had to look this up myself because I was very curious to know what threading was. Because I was like, I watch a lot of these shows. I've never heard of this. It's where
It's like
they
a
go.
facelift, pretty much.
So it's an internal facelift where they do it while you're awake. So they numb you, and then they put like this needle with a thread in it, which has like it's a barbed kind of thread, and they put it from the top of like your jawline down. They do it in other areas as well. This is more where they do it a lot to bring up the face, like the cheek area, the lines in the mouth. And they bring it all the way down, which they numb you as they do it, down to the bottom part of the jaw. They release the needle, and then they push on the threading underneath by like pressing really hard on it where the thread is. And then they push it up and they push it back down, and that kind of locks it. And then they kind of pull the thread, and it kind of brings it all up, and then they cut it. It was very interesting to watch. I will recommend they have videos on YouTube that you can watch it being done. If you're very sensitive to that kind of stuff, like medical procedures, it's very intense. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this.
See, I agree with Nick Snyder because he did a video on this about her threading, and he was like, basically, now I know that I'm not getting that done ever, because she talked about how one like popped.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
that was, yep.
Good point, because like this is going to be a hard no for me. I don't care what I look like. That is never happening to my face. And her poor face, like I know it's going to work out better, but it's like 3 months where she's going to be swollen from it.
Yeah. And she said like it still hurts
a month.
Put like, but she said it still hurts to put like makeup and touch it.
Yep. To laugh.
And like
it's to move.
Like, it's been 2 weeks, and but she also got like the most ridiculous one. So she got the full intense threading, every part you could possibly get. So a normal threading, if you got like 2 or 3 in your face, it would take a week and you might not get bruised. She got like 15 in her face. So she's like 2 weeks in, she's extra swollen, and they said that she should not, the swelling should go down in a month, but it could take a couple months for her to feel normal.
But the description of how it felt when it popped.
Oh yeah, no.
That's it for me.
That was it for me too when he described it. And he showed her video on Instagram Live. So she did her video, and then that happened like 2 days after she put the video out. And then she did an Instagram Live saying, I just did this video, and then this happens the next day. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I could do that. And I had looked it up, and I'm like, I'm fine with medical procedures. I was a dental assistant. I've seen a lot of different medical procedures. I watched the TV shows, all of that. And this just was, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even watch it. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, that's it. Like, I'm all about plastic surgery. Like, you do you. I don't care. I think if you can afford it, do whatever you want. If it makes you feel better about yourself. Personally, I haven't had any. I can't wait to have plastic surgery, but we'll see. I just think that like this kind of stuff, it's supposed to be more natural or whatever. It just always looks so painful whenever I see people who are straight out of the surgeon's office. There's a plastic surgeon's office like near my office, and I'm telling you, I see people all the time, and I'm like, God, honey, that looks like it hurts so bad, and I just can't. And I've seen Nick Snyder too after he had Kybella on his neck, which I think is interesting. So it like takes away like your double chin kind of thing, and it looked like it hurt really bad for him too. So I just don't know. Truffle,
Yeah.
Truffle said that stays away from jaw stuff because of Bell's palsy. And my jaw's never been the same. Did you have Bell's palsy? That's scary.
Yeah,
You guys
that
ever
is.
seen that?
I've heard about it. I've never actually seen it.
It's like where your face, it's basically, a lot of people have it like after a stroke where you lose control of part of your face. So like half of your face will sag and the other half will be normal.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Truffle. Yeah, I've seen it, and I've not seen it. I've heard about it. I've never actually seen it to know what it looks like, but wow, that's crazy.
So there's also a rumor that Jaclyn Hill is supposed to come in and be Morphe's savior.
Yeah, I heard that. Well, I watched Nick's video on the viewer's choice. So, hey, Abbott.
I don't know about that. I don't know that Morphe has a savior. I mean, Jaclyn's got her own line now, so she's not relying on Morphe to.
And Ulta is selling it. Ulta is selling her line too.
Well,
yes,
Ulta,
I'm excited.
Ulta has typically sold Morphe's line in their stores. Like they had the James Charles line from Morphe. They had Manny MUAs. They had Jeffree Stars for a while. So Ulta will get like, it's weird how they're connected like that. So Morphe will actually also sell to Ulta.
The weirdest part about Ulta to me,
like, I used to buy from Morphe all the time, and I've been on their site recently, and it's just not the same. They're without their influencer collections. There's just nothing there that's good, that's worth the money. You know?
Like, the weirdest thing about Ulta stores to me is like as you walk in the door, they're like, here's the newest naked palette for, you know, however many dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next aisle over, it's like CoverGirl. And it always throws me off because I'm like, this really is like a get anything you might need here store.
Well, I'm glad to hear, Truffle, that you made a full recovery too, though. That's crazy. Yeah, I haven't been to an Ulta store in a while since, oh my God, before COVID started. But because they took the one that's closest to me and they moved it like 2 towns over. But I did look on the maps and I know there's one closer now towards me. They must have just opened it. So I'm definitely going to be going.
I have the Ulta store on my phone.
I know you do. I know.
You just order it and you drive up and someone walks it out to your car and puts it in your car for you. It's fantastic. But I do go into the stores too. And I love it. I love that I get hair products there and makeup.
And they always have a coupon for like their own products and stuff like that.
Well, typically on the app, they have a $3 off a $15 purchase or more. I know it's only $3, but hey, I mean, $3 is $3, you know?
Do you know how many crazy colors I've bought in the Ulta brand makeup to play with just because I had that coupon?
Yeah. Well, you know, I went on this kick for a while where they had their Z palettes on sale, like those magnetic palettes that you can put your own shadows in and whatever. And I was like tearing apart my makeup palettes and putting them into these Z palettes so that I had less palettes to deal with. I think I bought like 6 of them, and just because they were on sale, they were $10 instead of $20.
Yeah, that's exactly something I would do.
I just can't wait. I'm more excited to go there and see if they have like maybe the samples or you can see the actual palettes from Jaclyn Hill, because her new ones that are coming out, she like did her makeup on camera for the video and some of the stuff was really awesome, and I'm totally excited to like I like to, that's why I like Ipsy, or I know you guys have like BoxyCharm and things like that, where you get like a sample, or you get some of this makeup that you've never heard about before. You get it and it's like, wow. Like I never would have learned about highlighter unless Ipsy never sent me one. And now I love highlighter and I love certain brands of highlighter, but I never would have tried it out if I never got it from Ipsy or like a free sample, like kind of thing from Ulta. So I'm excited to go look at her stuff because I want to see it first before I buy it. And seeing it on the web is different than me actually going there and seeing it personally. And we all know what kind of happened last time to her products. Not saying that it's going to happen this time, because she got a brand new company that she's working with and manufacturer and all of that. So, but it's like she got the bronzer and the blush and
it's
all of
beautiful.
that. Yes. Oh my God. I totally want to check it out.
We had Lipstick Gate for sure. And that was it was a couple years ago. But when she came out with that, the highlighters last year as a holiday collection, and people were like, oh God, what's going to happen? It's Jaclyn. There's always something, there's an issue with her Vault collection where the shadows weren't like very pigmented. And I remember she did videos where she was swatching like hundreds of palettes on camera. And I have the Vault. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's good. I have her first palette, not her second one. And love it as well. But I was interested with these highlighters. I bought them because I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I bought like the one flash palette. I use that palette every single day. It is always with me. I love that palette. And sometimes I use it just for the mirror because the mirror is better than any other palette that I have. How crazy is that? I mean, I've had it for I don't know, it's probably been close to a year, and maybe not quite a year. I don't know. I don't even remember when she came out with it, but
it's been quite a while.
I think it was. I think it was like not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before.
I believe,
So I've had it for over a year, and man, it doesn't even look like hardly touched. Like I want to go get it and show it to you just because it's so good. So I really, I think that this new collection with her blushes and bronzers, beautiful, and I think all the powders are gonna be great too.
Yeah. What else happened this week, guys? I know a lot has happened.
I've seen a lot of back and forth with the Deaf Noodles, Keemstar.
Yeah, that's crazy. And of course, KJ had to put in her 2 cents today, but screw her.
Good morning, Bambi.
Hey, Bambi, I'm so excited to see you. I know you were here on Wednesday, but I was working. Bambi is an awesome creator, and I was actually going to mention her today. You guys need to check out her channel. Awesome. So someone just told me about her this week in Charlotte's Discord, and I went and checked out her videos, and I love her. And she was going to be my creator of the night that everyone needs to check out. I'm so happy you're here. She gave us a nice shout out too. So I love ya. Thank you for being here. And good morning, because you're in Australia. So actually, let me get the link for you guys. It's actually in the description already, because I put it in there knowing that I was going to talk about her tonight, but I'll get the link too. She loves all the same people we love, and she's also thinking about doing a true crime channel. Love the name she's considering, and she loves, like us who love true crime, it's definitely very cool. Like, she knew a lot of the true crime stories that I did, and I was totally excited when I was talking to her and I caught her live. I know you two love true crime too.
Yeah, I've been watching Monsters. It's like a new YouTube channel I found. I'd not heard of it before.
Oh, okay.
But
Have to
I
check
was
that
like,
one out too.
I'm going to go back and watch his season 1. And I'm going to tell you, season 1, This is Monsters is his channel name. And Monsters is in all uppercase, and This is lowercase.
Oh, okay.
So, season 1 is about like parents who hurt their children. So don't go back to season 1 if that is not something that, like, I love the channel, but I can only listen to like maybe one episode of season 1, and then I'm like, okay, let's go find some adult murderers now.
Yep. Nope. Yeah, absolutely. Steer clear of season 1. And anytime I'll be in the middle, I will be in the middle of watching like a true crime or listening to true crime podcasts. And as soon as I realize that there are victims that are children, I'm like, nope, 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 gotta go, nope, leaving now. And it's, it sticks with me. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it either.
I love true crime, but definitely I hope she is. Bambi is so smart with her true crime too, so I really do hope she starts this true crime channel so I can talk about it with her. I love true crime, but I'm more of I talk about it all the time. The Small Town Murders, which is a podcast with these two guys.
And
awesome.
I have to take it back, because it's not that I can't listen to anything that has to do with kids, because for some reason I'm just fine if it's kids hurting other kids to hear those stories. Where like the 14-year-old will fight another 14-year-old and it turns into something. I'm like, this is terrible. Both these lives ruined. But it's something about, especially when it's the parent who hurts their child, like I cannot listen to that.
Yeah. And
my brain doesn't even want to wrap around it.
And for chronically, this is what's in my e-pen tonight. It's just a general booze cartridge, 5% nicotine, nothing fancy. But Truffle, I did not hear about the guy who hijacked a bus with kindergartners on it. That sounds crazy.
First question, are the kindergartners okay?
Yes.
Because if not, then moving on. But just kidding. But hopefully they are.
I'm going to have to check that story out because that sounds crazy. Like, I hope, like, he didn't crash it and the kids are okay. And, like, I hope it doesn't go past more than he hijacked the bus and parked it somewhere and the kids are all safe now. But this world's crazy nowadays.
Season 1 is very, very dark. And because a lot of these kids, they got multiple visits from Child Protective Services and nothing was done. And you're
wondering what you're talking about.
I'm like, I can't.
Oh, like the
it happened today.
Okay. Gabriel, is it Fernandez? Like that case?
Yes.
Oh, y'all, that's a road you don't want to go down.
Okay, so it just happened today. Kindergartners are fine. Dude got sick of them asking questions and ordered them off the bus. It's kind of funny that he got, don't hijack a bus with kindergartners in it. Like,
it sounds like what my parents used to tell me, that nobody would ever kidnap me because they'd turn around and bring me back because I wouldn't shut up.
Like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Where are we going? Are we there yet? My parents hated that when I was a kid. So, I mean, that's what you're going to get.
No,
especially if they don't know you.
I always asked highly inappropriate questions because my parents didn't monitor my TV time. So mine weren't even, are you there yet? Mine would be like, when there'd be company over, and I would say, Mom, where do babies come from?
There you go.
So that reminds me, that's something that like I'm dealing with right now with my 4-year-old. You all know that no amount of things in life is too much for me to be lazy. And one of those things is my kid watches her iPad a whole lot. And because we work and it is hard. Anyway, she's found this show, or it's not a show, I guess it's a game, but it's also a ton of different YouTube videos, and it's called Dumb Ways to Die. Have you guys ever seen this or heard of it. It's awful. And it's like little cartoon beans. And they die in different ways. So now, the other day, my husband walked in the room and he was like, "Hey, Zia, you ready to go to bed?" And she's like, "Are you going to put me in the oven?" I was like, where did that come from? And then the other day, I walk up to brush her hair and she goes, "Is that a knife?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Are you going to slice me?" And I was like, "That's it. You're not watching that shit anymore. We're done."
Oh my goodness, I have not heard of that. I
Look
should
it
be
up.
laughing, but
No, I know it's funny, but it's not funny because I'm a bad parent. But look it up. It's
you're
called
not
Dumb
a
Ways
bad
to Die.
parent.
So what was going on with Deaf Noodles and Keemstar for everybody, Stace?
Oh man, there's just so much there. I don't even know where to begin because I think it all started with him sharing a video that, if I saw it correctly, it just linked to somebody else's video that said, I know, who didn't link to somebody else, but just said, go watch this other video. And then there was allegations of having an underage fan strip on camera, telling a Twitch streamer to get naked when she was drunk on camera, and then making fun of her for it.
Wow.
And I know a lot of people were mad on, like, I know a tipster did a video and he was saying, like, Deaf Noodles could get sued for defaming Keemstar, which I don't think so, because Deaf Noodles very clearly puts allegedly on every thing that.
Oh, yeah. Well, we all know Deaf Noodles likes to tweet and put out lots of different tweets about things. And a lot. He's kind of, no, I don't know. He's kind of as bad as KJ when it comes to the tweet count. Like, he tweets a lot. Like, sometimes I can't keep up with Def's freaking tweets.
Well, no, Keemstar responded with a little Twitter thing asking, like, should he sue Deaf Noodle? And he was calling him Defamation Noodles. And
that's so old.
I don't think that there's anything here. And I know some people were saying that Deaf Noodles did it because he's friends with Ethan Klein, but you could, like, easily say that about anybody. Deaf Noodles will put out a video about, if I send him a video about anyone that has any kind of following of them saying or doing something stupid, it would be the next tweet. It would be like, and news that will definitely change your life. And then it would be the clip that I sent.
I do know that on Frenemies, they were talking about Keemstar a little bit, Ethan and Trisha, and how he's like going after them and stuff, and how it's like it's never ending with him, and it's like kind of just get over it. Like, you want me to be sued, and so I can see it just being the same thing kind of with Deaf Noodles. And that's probably why he thinks, like, maybe I have something on my shirt. Maybe why, like, Def is on Ethan's side, but I know Ethan refers to Deaf Noodles tweets, but I didn't know they were like friends like that.
I mean, like, even if he is, like, Deaf Noodles,
who cares?
Will tweet out any kind of video like that he gets his hands on.
Yeah. He would tweet out a
James
Trisha
Charles
video.
and yes, James Charles was saying he was going to sue Deaf Noodles.
Yes, I saw that too. That was crazy.
For
James
what?
Charles.
So James Charles needs to, like, turn the Google alert off on his name and just, like, go somewhere for a while.
Yeah. What does he? I bet he's got like an algorithm and lawyers that watch for. He's probably got a whole team of people that just watch for his name. And for as famous as he is, he really needs to stop reading comments about himself, because that's where he gets in trouble. Just stop.
Josh, can we sue James Charles? Can we?
Can we? Because I feel attacked every time he is on camera.
Oh my God. I mean,
his hair always distracts me.
Who was it that said his hair looks like the exploding head emoji? Oh my God. When I
never
saw
thought
that,
of that until you said it just now.
when I saw that, I was like, dead. That is so, it does. It looks just like the exploding head emoji. And like, or it looks like you could put a plate on top of it and he could just walk it around because it's flat. He's his dumbest hair. Can we sue him for his dumb hair?
Yes.
Is that bullying? Is that bullying someone? I don't know.
I mean, I tried telling him that it looked dumb, but he still has it. So
well,
he can get his team to find him a boyfriend. He needs his team to find him a boyfriend. Then he won't get in all this trouble that he's in.
You know what? I'll find him a boyfriend, and he doesn't even have to pay me.
There you go.
I will.
He's a good matchmaker.
I will find him a boyfriend, and he will be of age.
Right? Like that's quality number one. He will be 18 or older.
Right? More your age than 18 though, because we know you like them young, but not too young, okay? Because you're not getting yourself in trouble over here on our
I will find you a nice partner who can also drink legally at the bar.
Right?
That's right.
Why wouldn't you want someone like that? Go to,
enjoys pictures of butts.
Right?
Flat
armpits or whatever.
Oh
whatever.
Go to all these festivals you like going to when they open and be able to have fun and drink with you at the festivals. Like, you need someone your own age.
Look, I'm great at this. Y'all know my rules. As long as no children are involved, no pets are involved, and you have the big C consent word, you do you, buddy. But I will help you find someone who is old enough to do.
Exactly. Oh, man. Poor James. See how we go off on this guy as soon as he comes up? It's because he just needs to get off the internet. Like he needs take a year off. James.
You need a break.
For real.
You need a break.
I don't think anyone his age would date him, Truffle said. Probably not, because I don't know. Yeah, you're right, because all of his friends on like TikTok are like 16. So he's super immature. Everyone's like, oh, he's so young. That's why he's like that. And that's why he's immature. No, boo. He's 21. There are people who are like married with kids and good jobs at this point at 21 years old. So like, let's just stop there. You can be an adult and understand what's right and wrong and not, dance with your half naked butt on TikTok all day long. And that's not what he chooses to do.
Speaking of James Charles's
he needs a couple gap years.
Did you guys hear that the D'Amelios are having their own show on Hulu?
I can't think of anything I would rather not watch.
Well,
like I would rather, can we do the would you rather? Would you rather gouge your eyeballs out with wooden spoons or watch the D'Amelios on Hulu?
Like, how long would I have to watch them?
Right.
All right. So this was my thing. It's like the Kardashians are leaving. So now they need to find that next family to kind of take the reins. Cause the Kardashians were the socialites of 20 years now. Now someone else needs to take in the reins. So they picked the D'Amelios because they're the biggest TikTokers out there. But I have the trailer really quick to show you. Thanks to Nick Snyder for posting it on his Twitter.
It's going to be horrible.
Dancing was always a part of my life. You might know me from TikTok.
Charli, my sister. We are best friends. Other days we can't even look at each other.
Dixie, she's very protective over me.
She's been going through a lot.
You're shaking.
I can't help it. I want to be there for her when she's going through these sorts of things. And I'm so happy for them. Here I go again.
1, 2, go 3, go turn.
Yeah! Don't worry, it's almost over. It's almost over.
Do that again.
being normal kids, that doesn't change with following.
I still have to make my bed.
We're the
Fast, ready or not.
Looks
Want to be
horrible.
Kardashians. That's
Well,
the Kardashians do
gonna
it
be
better.
So, but didn't all of their like famous TikTok dances, like, didn't they copy them from a different TikToker and they just got famous for it?
Yeah, that's what TikTokers do. Like, it's not an original dance. It's like the Renegade. That's what Charli got famous on, was the Renegade. And why are you torturing us? I know.
I'm
That
sorry.
was
I
horrid.
had to. Listen, I had to watch it. And I was thinking, why? Why would they make a show about this at all? Like, even just them showing how do they make their TikToks? I don't care. Like,
It's so
I
weird.
mean,
Have you ever
And
seen
so, like,
someone-
now she's taking professional dance lessons for these
Yeah.
TikToks.
Oh, yeah, because by the way,
Yeah.
they don't in these TikToks, they don't move their feet at all. So they're dancing, and this is coming to you from someone who was a technical dancer for 17 years. It's not dancing, it's moving your arms around. And so, but I mean, she looked pretty good in that in those dance lessons that she was taking. Like, she's doing a pretty good job. I don't know if she's got technical training other than TikTok, but you know, have you ever seen the show that Dixie was on? It was all TikTok stars, and it was like a General Hospital show. What was the name of it? Who knows?
Was that for real? I thought that was a satirical thing that I dreamed about once.
No, that is for real. And Dixie was on it. And let me tell you, the acting was absolutely bottom of the barrel, the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
TikTok Hospital, right?
It wasn't called TikTok Hospital. It was
Ottaway General.
Ottaway General. That's what it's called. And oh man, yeah, Dixie, you need a new career. And I really like, of the two girls, Dixie has more of a personality, because I've watched her on, I watched them like do spots on different YouTubers' channels, and they had that. They were like the face of Morphe too. So they did like this whole press circuit for that. But they're just so boring. They're boring. And their parents are awful. Like, you want to talk about the like people who take advantage of their kids for money. You saw that woman in that clip. Like, she is a grown woman with teenage daughters, and she's acting like a teenager. And I don't believe for 1 second that they still have to be teenagers and do things the same way. They moved to LA when they were 14 or 15 years old as a family. I'm not going to do that with my regular kids.
I know a lot
It
of
would
people
depend
are.
on how much money they were going to make us, Kim. Think about our retirement to Celebration City.
No, I'm not exploiting my children for money. even if it means I can move to Celebration and go to Universal Studios every day. Not happening.
I know a lot of people are actually talking about this on YouTube this week, that they have the show. And a lot of people are like going, I wonder if James Charles will appear in the show, since like he's their best friends and all of that.
Yep.
But I will give one thing to Dixie. She has like her own like sit down talk show kind of thing. And she had the guy that does all like the pizza reviews, and she does know where the best pizza is. And she does come to New Haven just for the pizza. So I will give her that one thing. Just one thing. That's the only thing I like about them. So other than that, I don't watch any of their TikToks, and I really don't. They kind of are boring to me. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll stick with my old reruns of the Kardashians.
I don't think the Kardashians are done. You know,
I don't think
they're
so
not going
either.
to have the show, but they're going to have something, and
They're gonna have
let's face
spin-offs.
it,
They're gonna have spin-offs.
Yeah, nothing is better than Kim and Courtney arguing in complete monotone voices.
Oh my god!
On an entire show.
Or when like
better
Courtney
than
hits her with the bag. Oh my gosh!
when she's just like, I just can't take Kim. I don't understand.
Like,
and it's like the
Kim.
same voice the whole time. I just love it so much.
Do you ever think sometimes, like, if I were in that room, I would probably slap both of you?
I don't know how Chloe deals with him, to be honest.
I don't either. I think she stays away. So Truffle brought up, she said, didn't they have Thanksgiving with a chef and they couldn't handle escargot, as in the D'Amelios? Yes. That was a staged thing that Charli got was it Charli or Dixie? Got a whole lot of crap about, because they were,
one of them threw up and one like refused to eat it, right?
Well, yeah. So they for the show, the chef wasn't actually making escargot for Thanksgiving. But for the show, they were like, wouldn't it be funny if you made the girls try escargot? Like, I watched an interview with the chef, and so that's why they did it. And then when she tried it, she kind of like gagged and like tossed it back out into her napkin. And they were like, what an ungrateful little bee, because of that. And I'm like, come on, escargot's not good. I'd spit it out too.
I wouldn't have even eaten it. I'm not gonna lie. And Kim will tell you I'm not lying. I wouldn't have eaten it.
I mean, yeah, I don't eat anything that carries its house around with it. So,
I don't know.
I guess
You'd have to pay me a lot to try it. If they're paying me money, I might try it just for the money. Not gonna lie, but I wouldn't eat it on my own free will. If you lied to me and said it was something else too, I might eat it then also. Just don't let me know what it is at first. I mean, it pretty much looks like what it is, which is slime.
I mean, like, if you trick me into eating snails, I don't care if you're my husband. I will go see a divorce lawyer. You do not trick me with food.
Yeah. So.
And I'll know that's not chicken. So don't even try it.
Well, there's no way you can make that stuff taste like chicken. So
well, that's what they always say about everything gross that they want to trick you into eating. They're like, it tastes just like chicken.
Yeah, none of it does, by the way.
No, it
never does.
No. So besides the D'Amelios, what else happened this week? I know we have a little Josh Duggar news, kind of.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Well, apparently the Guardian had called the cops the day after he got there about people trespassing on their property and how she feels unsafe, pretty much. Which I don't blame her. I'd feel unsafe just having him in my own home, let alone now you get all these people trespassing and wanting to find out what's going on and things like that. I mean,
I'm sure it was paparazzi.
Someone.
Or somebody trying to get photos that they could sell to paparazzi.
Exactly. Which I looked at a picture of like their land, and it's literally like their house and field everywhere. So if I had anyone trespassing on my property that I didn't know out there in Arkansas where you are, and it's like, who the hell are you? And why are you on my fucking property? Like, get the hell out of here. Where like me, it's like I have a house in the suburbs. Like, someone's trespassing on your property, more than likely they're just cutting through, or could be your neighbor or friend of a neighbor. Like,
I mean, they're lucky they didn't get a warning shot.
That's what I was going to say. Yep.
Yeah, because, down here.
And that's not in city limits, so you wouldn't get in trouble for firing a warning shot out there.
Exactly.
No, you sure wouldn't. Well, especially since there's not another residential. There's not another residence in 100 yards of it. Like, you can shoot whatever you want on your own property if there's no one anywhere near you.
And apparently, Jim Bob is going to be building a fence. From what?
Like a wall? Ha! Just kidding.
They're going to need a wall. They're going to need a tall wall just for him. But, yeah. So, apparently, he's going to be building that. Planning to pay for the fence.
How much you want to bet that family wanted a fence all along, and now we're finding out how exactly he bribed them to be those
exactly.
Custodians?
It's like, you want a fence around your property? That's fine. You just need to house my son for a little while until we find out what's going on.
How expensive it is to fence a little bitty yard, let alone that many acres?
Yeah, I am. They have land, so like I want to see like a picture of this fence. Though, is it like just around the house, or is it like the field also? And it has to be a tall fence for them.
It'd have to do at least enough.
You
for
could jump over a fence.
It'd have to be at least enough to where you can't catch pictures of Anna coming into the house.
Exactly.
Oh,
Like
yep.
it's got to be a big fence. It's got to be a wall. It really does have to be a wall. Like, oh, so it's They show a picture on the sun, and it's a big fence, is what they're planning. It's pretty much their whole property line. It looks like maybe even more or less.
Is it a tall? It's tall, like a privacy fence, like 6 feet.
They didn't show a picture of the fence. They just showed like a blueprint of where the fence was going to go around.
Oh, okay.
I can, yeah.
Interesting. What I mean, I don't know. Like if you
No,
live,
Bambi, couldn't you see her out there with her little drone she got off Amazon trying to figure out how to see over the fence?
yeah. Well, I can just see her trying to like peek her head over the fence, you know, like trying to climb it and peek her little head over.
All right, Mr. Wilson, get out of here.
Right. My God.
my God.
What I can't get out of my head is when I watched T-Spiracy's latest video and she did the face swap thing on all of those different people and they were all KJ's face. So I was dead. Like
oh my God,
that was so funny, you guys. Now I can't see her as anyone else. I always picture her now as Scarface because the time that she did that. T-Spiracy, you're a genius.
She is.
And you know, I was a little disappointed because I was gonna wear my new pink shady palm tree shirt.
Yeah.
But my hair looks not good today. So I'm gonna have to
it
wait
looks good. It looks good, but it wasn't finished. Don't lie. She got a new style that she's gonna show us on Wednesday, and I can't wait to see it.
Gonna be pretty.
But this is
I got my shady palm tree
right
shirt in too. That's a huge fence.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, Kim, you know how much a fence can cost just in a yard. That's
a big fence.
I mean, so we're gonna build him a compound. Yeah, so a fence in like
Pretty
a
much.
regular yard. So a regular yard in suburbia is less than 1/4 of an acre. It's usually like 0.23 or less. And a fence can cost about $250 to $400 per link. So per like 4-foot section. So think about that. That's you probably have 20 sections on each side and at least 10 across the front and back. So 40, 50, 60 times 400.
They're pricey.
Yeah.
my mom had a dog that could jump could jump their normal fence. So she just had like a smaller fence put in the back that he couldn't jump. And it was super expensive for her to do that.
Yeah. We had a tree fall in one of the hurricanes a couple years ago. We had a tree fall onto our neighbor's house actually, and it hit our fence. And we have, I think I've told you guys before, we have those wrought iron fences. It's the only kind of fence we're allowed to have. That sucker for that one section cost us almost $800 just to replace that one section for the labor, finding the piece that matched it. I was so mad about that. Crazy mad.
That was my reaction to the quote on my new windshield today.
What happened to your windshield?
A rock. This guy threw up like a chunk of mud and it had a rock in it and it cracked my windshield. And like by the time I got off work to go get it looked at, it had spread too big to like be fixed.
Darn.
Your insurance doesn't cover it?
Well, I wasn't going to claim it on my insurance because I don't want to like put something on my insurance like that. Because like usually windshields like my deductible's $500, so my windshield was like, in my head, the last time we had a windshield replaced, it was like $250.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll just pay outright. And so I went in there and I was like, so how much is it? And they're like $894 without disposal fees.
Oh, heck
Listen.
no. I'd be calling Safe Flight Repairs, Safe Flight Replace.
Exactly.
That was who quoted me.
For not, and so call your insurance company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know how that goes on Wednesday for rant night, because I know you're gonna rant about it. If they give you a worse quote, I can only imagine.
I was like, yeah, for like that much money, I will let the insurance pick it up.
Right? Shoot, I would too. I have free glass coverage with my insurance, thank God. And thank you for that was the smartest thing I've ever done. But Jake's, our insurance is on the same policy, and his windshield cracks, like, I swear to God, every year. So that's the best thing I can ever have on my insurance is every year having a free windshield replacement. So
That's what I thought, police wife. I like, I've never paid for a windshield to be replaced. In Florida, I'm pretty sure that it's covered. Like, you don't even have to have insurance, right?
yep.
Yeah, but you guys still do inspections, right?
No, we do not do inspections. We haven't done inspections in
Bye,
about
Bambi.
20 years or so. It's been a long time for inspections, but I think it has something to do with like not driving obstructed. So they have to replace your windshield for free, but any other window, they don't have to. I don't know. I need to look into that more.
Yeah, see, they don't have to do that here. And I think that there's something on my windshield that must be really expensive that connects to my GPS or something. Is the only thing I can think of.
Oh my God. My dad always uses that joke on my boyfriend. Is Jake from State Farm? He always says Jake from State Farm. I think it's even in my dad's phone as Jake from State Farm for my boyfriend's name.
That's funny.
He uses that all the time. I forgot.
Every time I knew that I was going to be seeing your dad, I would go make sure that I had a red polo and a pair of khakis on.
Heck yeah.
Every single time.
Oh
Yes.
my God, yeah. Oh, so it's the state law for the windshields in Florida for free windshields. That's nice. That's very nice. Let's see. What else happened this week? Oh, Rich Lux's video is not going to be anything like our video, though, because Kim's going to do it better.
Well, so Rich Lux, so he did his mystery Shane boxes unboxing, which, by the way, mine are sitting right here next to me right now, not opened yet. And what was hilarious about Rich's video is that he was opening the boxes with like the biggest butcher knife you could ever imagine. Like, it was this 4-inch blade, like big ass knife. And I'm like, what are you? And he's cutting towards himself on the box. And
I don't get people that do that.
I know. Well, every comment under that video, there's like 2,000 comments, and every one of them is like, why are you cutting a box with that knife?
You can call people that do that Mark Bobbles or Preston, whichever name you prefer.
That's right.
Because he will grab the first knife he sees or can find and go use that. And you'll walk in and he'll be opening up an Amazon box with like the Japanese butcher knife that's iridescent, so it's all shiny from across the room. And you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, box cutters exist.
Like,
and the thing is like, he reached past the scissors to get to the knife because he never sees scissors. Those do not exist.
That's so funny.
And a Gramsci life, it's good to see you too. It's been a little bit. We haven't seen you. I'm glad you're back. Yeah, but box cutters exist. I agree with Truffle. Like, even the scissors do the same thing. I mean, I got scissors right here in my drawer. Like, it's not that hard. And it's a lot safer than a knife. Come on.
I have scissors like all over the house because I buy them thinking that I don't know where my scissors are.
Same here.
Like, every time I have to wrap a gift, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to find those scissors, so I better just get another pair as well as some tape. So I've probably got like 40 rolls of tape now.
I have a scissors strictly for like the kitchen, but more like to cut like the plastic if you're cutting the meat, or you gotta cut
those
like
are kitchen scissors.
Yes.
But those, my boyfriend tries to use those all the time, and like these ones are like metal. Those ones have flowers. Like it's white with flowers. Like if you see regular scissors with the metal, you're fine. The ones with the flowers, do not touch. Like don't touch those. You still go for them because I keep them in technically the silverware drawer, and he knows where those are all the time. It's like, just go through the junk drawer. You'll find at least 3 pairs, or come in here. I got one for you right here. So I got one in my car. I got them everywhere. So
the only one he can tell you for sure is that he knows the fabric scissors are for fabric only.
That is correct. I was just going to ask. I mean, because kitchen shears are for kitchen only. Like if you're going to cut meat with it, you only use them in the kitchen. But let me tell you, my mother was a sewer, and you didn't touch her fabric shears because she would cut you with them. I'm telling you, like fabric shears, you do. And I'm the same way now. Do not touch my fabric shears. They're very sharp. They are not for cutting paper. It will ruin them. Don't do it. There's probably 10 pairs of scissors in this house because my kids like to cut things.
Yes, Knuckles. Knives are more common than box cutters, but still, I mean, some people have box cutters. It's the point. Like, why are you going to use a knife when there's scissors right there? Like, and then
that's basically me.
Cut towards you. You cut away from you. That's like a given. You cut away from you. And
that's basically me. Police wife life.
I do the same thing every time I go to the dollar store. I get another pair. I see a pair that I like. I get another pair.
It seems like every time I'm going to the dollar store, it's usually because I waited to the last minute to buy a gift for somebody, and now I have waited even later to get the wrapping paper to wrap said gift. And so I go in there.
You wrap them. I can't believe you don't just buy a bag and tissue.
So that is actually what I do, but Preston will wrap them for me.
Oh.
And he does a great job. But I can make a bag look beautiful. I'll put bows all over it.
Yeah, well, me too. Speaking of, if you're in the Discord, you guys know that there is a conversation about how we are procrastinators that don't like to go to parties, and we will not buy you a present until like the party's starting in 10 minutes. We're leaving our house. We're going to buy you a present. We're going to be 45 minutes late. Yep. And sorry, I'm late. I didn't want to be here. That kind of situation. So just an update for all of you that knew that I was dealing with that last weekend. I made it to the party. They liked their super expensive gift card so that I could get out of there. And I'm alive still.
Well, that's good. Good
I will
to know.
send like a gift. Like I'll get like a 3 times as good a gift if you just give me an Amazon link that I can have shipped and I don't actually have to go in person.
For real. I mean,
like I become Bezos himself if you'll send me an Amazon link and not make me leave my house.
Well, what was going on? So what was Rich Lux's video like? I know he did the unboxing, but like, what was it about? Because I didn't get to watch it.
I don't know. His was kind of boring. Like he just opened the stuff and said, "Oh yeah, here's some socks and here's his tumbler." So, and he did get both of the boxes. So, but
ours is going to be better. Yours is going to have way cooler stuff in it too.
Well, I hope so. I mean, listen.
I hope. Fingers crossed, right?
Well, and we talked about this on Wednesday, but we were talking about doing giveaways when we hit 300.
Well, I wasn't here Wednesday, so I didn't know about it. I still don't know about it. So you guys got to let me know too. So let everyone know. Let me know.
Yeah, it was just like oh, hey, we should do this. Obviously we haven't come up with anything specific, but I was just thinking that if we do one of those, that we could, include Shane merchandise in it, because I probably have some of the stuff that's in these boxes already.
And that'd be really cool.
Well, we're definitely going to talk more about it, obviously. But I think Stacy made like a cool little flyer that we're going to post. Right now, it's just when we hit 300, we'll give more information. So if you haven't subbed to the channel, please sub to the channel, because we are going to do a giveaway for the cat ears that Stacy always wears. And they're very cute, and I don't know much more, but we'll talk about it together, and we'll let you guys know what else we're going to do for the giveaway. I think it's a great idea, and maybe when we hit 500, we'll have another giveaway. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. So yeah, that was his video. He just opened it and showed the merch.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. I did see someone else do another video for it, but I had never heard of this person before, and I didn't get a chance to watch it. But I know she just said she got her packages, so we're planning on doing an unboxing ourselves for you to open it and see what.
And see, that's one of the reasons I haven't really actually watched any of the unboxing videos yet, because I'm like, I'll see what's in it whenever Kim shows me what's in it. You guys quit trying to ruin it for me.
I just want to see what Kim got in her boxes, and I'll be more than satisfied right there. So I can't wait. I'm excited to see what you got. I'm just more interested. I just want to see what you got. Like, I didn't even know.
I want it to be a surprise. Cool. I don't want to see. I don't even want to maybe see one thing somewhere else before Kim shows me.
Hey, Sassy. Well, I guess that was Rich Lux's video, which I'm not watching, but you guys can go watch if you want. But we are going to be doing it ourselves. Like I said, Kim's going to be doing a video where she unboxes all the goodies. The other thing that happened was, of course, the Without a Crystal Ball and Preacher Boy's docs is his website, but she was doing an Instagram Live where Eric, because P.S., she doesn't know his name. She just knows him as Preacher Boy, Preacher Boy, Preacher Boy. And then the live ended, and she's like, I didn't even ask him what his name was. It's Eric. But Eric from the podcast and the website, Preacher Boy Docs, I guess he was commenting on her Instagram as she was just talking about religion, like her normal BS that she talks about. And she got so excited that she saw him in the chat. Now, I have been working, I was working on like a little kind of video to show you guys tonight with all like the tweets and what happened after the Instagram Live and all that. And I kept finding more stuff and more stuff and more stuff that I kept adding to this video that was supposed to be like a 5-minute little thing real quick about the tweets and stuff. And it's now pretty much a video. So I talked to Stacy. I haven't shown her yet, but I think I'm just going to post it up on the channel for everyone as a video. So I'm not going to go too much into the recap of it tonight. We'll discuss it with what we think, but I'm going to put up a video about the whole Without a Crystal Ball and Eric from Preacher Boy's whole back and forth. But yeah, so he went on the live, and then the next day he put out a statement on Twitter, and the statement pretty much was him saying, it's regarding the Without a Crystal Ball live video I joined yesterday. I've done research since I appeared. KJ's methods historically have been incredibly problematic, and I'm disappointed in myself for not doing what I always do, which is research before I do share a platform with anybody. And he also said I didn't expect to be called on to join her, which it was like, oh my God, Preacher Boy's in the live. You want to come on and join me? You want to collab right now? Collab. And she kept like requesting him to join her, and he wasn't expecting it. And he's kind of upset with himself that he didn't look into her first, and he was extremely new to her content and he wasn't really a fan, and he's not a fan of her tactics since he's discovered how she utilizes them, and he will not be hosting a show with her. And that, he said, my credibility on the credibility of those I partner with is more important to me. Well, KJ didn't like that. She went back on Instagram. She made her rant, pretty much blaming all of the trolls, saying it was our fault, that we must have contacted him and gave him, links and stuff. And how do we not know he didn't just do research himself? Maybe no one contacted him. We don't know this. She tries to claim in the video, though, that he says he got research on her. Doesn't say that. But like I just said, we don't know if anyone contacted him. He could have just done the research his damn well self. But yeah, so then he had to put out another statement, and he sent the DM conversation between them. But pretty much after the first time he put up the statement, KJ blocked him. And then she did the live again where she rants about it. And she's like, I don't know why he just doesn't talk to me about it. It's like, well, you blocked him. You do this all the time. Someone says something, you don't like it, you block them. Then you wonder why people can't contact you. You know what? I'm done. I just think if you're a creator, don't work with KJ. One, we all know she doesn't work well with others. It's very much known. Now you're both muted. That's why. Usually we all talk. It's all good.
I was letting you
Yeah,
finish.
I don't really know.
No, it's okay.
I don't really know about this topic. I don't really watch KJ, so.
I mean, I know that. It pretty much played out on her tweets, and I was like, wait, what's going on? And we talked about Preacher Boy last week and how he had a great podcast, and he has a great channel. And we linked it last week, and I will link it again tonight for us after the video. His website, which goes right to the podcast. I think I actually already linked it because I knew we were going to talk about it tonight. It might already be in the description if you're looking right now. If not, it definitely will be there after the video and if you're on the replay. But he has a great podcast, and I mean, we don't know if people contacted him, and literally, if he did any research himself, he's going to find the same thing.
Well,
that people would have shown him.
Well, and then she kind of proved herself with the blocking him after not getting a response quickly enough. That's a little weird.
Yeah.
You got to admit, that's a little weird. If I message Kim and she doesn't respond within 10 minutes, I'm not like, well, that's it. She doesn't like me anymore. We're done. I'm going to block her. I would never do that. Instead, I'm going to be like a rational person and be like, they must have a life and are not available to answer my message 24/7.
Something must have happened. Maybe he's busy.
Maybe he's eating dinner with his family. What time did you message him? People do shit.
Yeah. Crap. If I'm working, I don't look at my phone at all. People do stuff. And then apparently, she took back the messages too. And then wrote a message saying that the reason, he must be answering, let me see.
So what does that mean exactly? You can retract your messages?
Well, it said, I had 3 to 4 messages. The previous messages were apologies from her haters, coming after me. This is what he said. When I opened the message, she had unsent those and instead called me misogynistic.
I didn't know you could unsend messages. That's weird to me.
I didn't know that either.
What platform was it on?
He didn't say what platform, but it looks like I have a screenshot of the messages. Let's see.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know.
This is
because
Instagram.
That's a handy
Here.
thing to be able to do.
Yeah, right? I think this is Instagram.
I can stop cringing when I accidentally misspell something and hit send before I noticed it.
But do they know? Can they still see it? Can you still see what the unsent messages are to say like, "Oh, I retract"? Because people do that at work all the time. They'll send them.
Yeah, and it still shows you the whole email.
Yeah, you can still see it, but it says, "Please disregard previous email," or "So and so has retracted the last email."
Cooch said you can unsend on Instagram. I'm gonna have Stace. We might have to do like a test, like we did last time.
Yeah,
with the whole block thing. I wouldn't know how to unsend.
I hardly ever use Instagram, so like I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check that out. We'll do a test for everybody and get back to you on this because I'm kind of interested. But he still clearly could read the messages because he knew that it was her saying, "Sorry, my haters came after you."
Maybe his phone puts up a preview of messages like mine does that's separate from the app.
Yes.
So he could have been reading the preview there, but then when he went to read the whole message, it was gone.
Kind of like what Discord will notify me. Someone like when, I hate to say it, when BX got rid of the Discord, he said, I'm getting rid of the Discord, everybody. And then you go and click on the notification and it was, there is no Discord anymore. It was the same thing. So I'm thinking it's the same thing. Maybe he had like the notification or something and he could see it there. But we'll have to test it out. But Cooch is saying that you can unsend them on Instagram.
But that might be why he was still seeing the preview, like where he was still seeing that it wasn't an apology.
Yeah.
Because like mine will preview like I think the first couple sentences at least.
Cher said there are some platforms you can unsend it will ask for just you or for both. Interesting. Yeah, so this looks like it was Instagram for sure. So, but this was the DM conversation since I have it pulled up for you. And it pretty much was her saying, "What you have done proves to me that even today you still lack respect for women. You could have spoken to me, but instead chose to publicly humiliate me. Thanks for that." So what I don't get is, so she sent 3 different messages that he's saying that he saw where it was, "Sorry, my haters came after you." So we still don't know if anyone actually contacted him. Maybe she got scared because he sent out the same and saying, I don't want to research, I researched you, now I don't want to work with you.
I think we know that he got contacted.
I'm pretty sure he probably got contacted, but I'm pretty sure he's a smart guy that he would do his own research.
Josh Duggar's lawyer got contacted. We're pretty sure this guy got contacted.
No, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying we don't know. But he is a smart enough guy to go out there and do his own research. Just from me listening to a couple podcasts and just everything that
I heard that he was just I heard that he was just watching her and wasn't planning on going on her Instagram.
Yep, exactly. He was laying down, he said, and when he was just making comments, he made the gold Duggars comment, like a joke on her Instagram live. And she was like, "Oh my God, preacher boy, you want to collab? Well, he's here right now. Click request." KJ clicked request. And he even said to her, "My hair's a mess. I don't know if I can come on camera." And she was like, "We'll see if he comes. I don't know, But all of that will be in the video that we put up for you guys. So it'll go into all the details.
Why is he important?
So he is an ex-member of the IFB. And he helps, and he has a podcast where he talks about the IFB and getting out of the organization and stopping the church's abuse and all of that.
And so I guess KJ admitted to being like someone that she would go to for information and was using him as a source when he didn't know it or something.
Yes.
He's not the one
she
that
did.
wrote the I pray you put this journal away. He's not that
No.
one, right? I
No,
don't
this is a
think
different
so.
one.
Yeah. She's like, oh my God, I've gone to your site before and used you for research and sources and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, okay, now we know, KJ. Like, you're giving
And I don't
away
know
your
where he's
secrets.
actually like. Does he have like a YouTube channel or?
Just the podcast. I don't know if he has I didn't look to see if he has a YouTube. I know he advertises his podcast, his Twitter, and his Instagram. And I've heard he does a lot of Instagram lives, and he's big on Instagram. I think I looked on YouTube and didn't see anything, but.
There's a Preacher Boys Stop IFB Abuse channel.
Boys. Maybe he does. I know he's bigger on Instagram, and he has the podcast that is really big. Yeah, he does. Look, 157 videos. Look at that. Oh, he's so cute, too. I'm sorry, guys. He's cute. He's a little normal. Yeah,
Did
so
you
he
say-
goes on there and he talks.
Did you say he's adorable or he looks so normal?
I said he's adorable.
Okay.
But he does look normal, too.
I was like, one of these is going to be okay, but one of these sounds a little weird.
It looks like maybe it's like he puts his podcast on there, but hey, I'm subscribed now with my 600 other subscribers on my Jackie.
600. I thought it was like 6,000 or something.
Ooh, let's see. Does it tell me? I'm up to 669. But there's all it's saying show 669
Justin
more.
would tell you you're not allowed to get any more.
Yeah, he would. Oopsie. I just clicked another one. Sorry. But definitely going to be checking him out. Oh, look, he did a Josh Duggar talk too. I'll have to link his YouTube channel, but I'll definitely link his his website.
Did you know that oat milk will froth?
I did not know that.
Cher found that out today.
That's awesome.
And now that Knuckles is here too, because I saw him earlier, we can say that did that almond milk froth for you? Oh, that's right. No, it didn't. It didn't.
Not for him.
So yeah, oat milk is life.
Is superior to all. Look at him, Knuckles. Man, come on, get on board with the oat milk.
I need to get on board with the oat milk too, so I'm on Knuckles. I'm on your side. Shh, don't tell anybody. I haven't tried oat milk yet.
It just makes a creamier cup of coffee for me.
I find it not as watery. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it makes amazing lattes at Starbucks.
When they carry it.
Yes.
Starbucks. What's wrong with them?
And they took it off the app. So like I don't care even if they do carry it. I'll never get it again because I don't order in person.
Well, exactly. I don't ever go up there and say, hey, do you have oat milk? Because everything's done on the app. Everything.
Yes. Like I've even had it say like order ahead, not available at this location right now. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to the next one.
Yep. That's exactly right.
My most interaction is I have a mobile order for Stacy.
Yep. That's all I say. I have an online order and that's everywhere. And then I get everything delivered too at the house. Like I'm really becoming a hermit.
Like, I don't think
mad
this
about
pandemic thing was good for me because it just gave me permission to do what I always wanted to do anyway. And that's like not leave my house.
Well, I know everyone was like, oh my gosh, no interaction. And I'm like, yay, no interaction.
Like, that's why I'm not going to tell anyone I've been vaccinated. I'll just keep my mask on so they still won't invite me places.
Oh, I get my second shot next week. Jackie, do you get yours next week too?
Yeah, next Friday. So
Yep.
let's hope I don't die because
Yep.
I get it at 6 and then 9 o'clock we do our live.
No. Well, I get mine on Wednesday, so holy cow. Hopefully
You're the
I'm
test buddy
good
before me.
for Wednesday. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of worried. Well, I took Thursday off just in case because everyone's been getting sick after the second one. But I'm going to be happy to be fully vaxxed.
Yeah, me too.
I am
Even
fully vaxxed, but I really do. I still keep my mask on.
Oh, well, I'm going to because there's people getting sick who have been vaccinated. I'm going to too as long as it's around before we're out of this.
Well, like at our work, you could take your mask off if you're fully vaccinated, but I know that everyone walking around without their mask on did not go downstairs with the rest of us and get that vaccine.
Well, yeah. And do they require a pass? Like my work isn't going to require a pass. They're going to be like, yeah, you're vaccinated. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's the honor system.
Yeah.
Well,
let's be real. No one's getting it.
Well, that's like at the diner. Everyone's like, well, if we got vaccinated, do we have to wear a mask? Well, the boss is like, listen, our rule is you don't have to wear your mask when you're at the table, but when you're walking around, we want everyone to wear a mask. Even if the governor said, you guys don't have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated. Like, it's just for the safety of everybody. So at least I know that now to tell customers when they come in, but I'm happy he's kind of doing it, even though I can't stand wearing the mask and running around that restaurant and just dying with it on. I die with it on.
So, Knuckles, if that's the case, then my doctor gave me the first shot twice.
Yeah. Because you don't shoot lasers out of your eyes now?
Which one did you get, Knuckles?
He got Pfizer. I got Moderna. Police wife,
that's right.
Said she got Moderna. What'd you get, Jackie?
I got Moderna because remember we're on the same team.
That's right.
Me and Knuckles are going to be on Team Pfizer.
I see you, Knuckles. I see you.
Any of you poor souls that got Johnson & Johnson, you're going to have a tail next year. When your tail grows. Sorry about
I'm almost positive KJ got the Johnson & Johnson one.
Well, she already has a tail. Lizard.
A tail, and now horns are coming out too. Yeah, I just hope I know some people didn't feel well. I mean, I'll be fine, but I'm more nervous having a medical issue. Will it affect?
I got everyone's going to be on my team. Everyone.
Damn. I know everyone got Pfizer for Police Wife Life, Jackie, and me. Everyone else got Pfizer.
And don't worry, guys. Even though
there are people that aren't here.
Even though Kim has an arsenal, I too have one. So
and if you're watching the replay, definitely let us know what one you got so we can figure out the teams.
Leave comments with what vaccine you got. And yeah, I don't know, Stacey, I don't know if this group knows about my arsenal. Have I talked about it here?
I thought we did.
Well, yeah, it's growing too. So I walked in, I was gone all week. I say this all the time. I travel with work. If you don't know, probably you all do. So I was gone all week this week. And when I came home, there was another one. And I was like, you bought another one? He's like, no, I've had this one for a while. And I'm like, what's a while? Like 3 weeks? Is that a while? So he's like, no, like a week. I'm like, yeah. So you bought a new one since the last time I was in our house. So he keeps buying them.
Wow.
Yeah, I need to just find a way to send these to you so that way they can get taken care of.
Oh yeah. Well, why Preston doesn't clean them?
Preston doesn't even know, wouldn't know how to do anything with them.
Oh, you're the hunter, huh?
Yeah.
Jesse, I'm thinking the same thing. I want to know if was an actual joke, because that's crazy if Johnson & Johnson shot does that. Wow. I'm going to look that up. Wow.
I have heard that. Oh,
it's not.
The jury's out on that one. What I've heard is that there have been some reproductive organ issues afterwards that some people have had. And that was that came out whenever they were deciding to put the J&J on hold. Because it wasn't just about those 5 deaths, but it was also about some women saying that they had become sterile, some women saying that they ask you to when you get the shot if you're pregnant. So I think that it might have actually happened in some rare cases, unfortunately. And I don't know if they've like scientifically linked it back or if it's coincidence. I don't know.
I gotta admit, the Johnson & Johnson one just sounded like a better deal because it was just a one shot, though.
Yeah, whatever they were offering and I could get an appointment, that's how I did it. But one shot would be nice. But that seems like if it's like all the other ones are 2 and this one's 1, does that mean this is going to be stronger than all the other ones? And the way the pharmacy guy told me, it's like he's putting the virus in us kind of thing with the first one. And then the second one, it's like, here's the virus again, but now our body knows what it is and it can reject it kind of thing. And it's learning to reject it. So
yeah, that's exactly.
I think that's why the second one is a little bit worse for people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly why that's exactly how vaccines work. And usually you don't have to have a booster, a second one, because typically the vaccines that we get, the first one is enough for our body to make antibodies, and it's not a rampant virus that's easy to get. So like measles, there's not huge outbreaks of measles everywhere. So if you get the one shot, your body makes antibodies against the measles and then you don't get it. But in a case like this, where this is a widespread virus that's not slowing down yet, we don't have herd immunity to it, that's why you have to have 2. Because if you just have the one, it's like getting the virus, but your body doesn't get enough antibodies in it to not get it. So when they give you the second one, your body actually fights it off like you're sick, and that's why you get sick. And then you have enough antibodies and you fought it off enough that you shouldn't get it again, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Or if you do get it, won't. If you do get it, it'll be asymptomatic at best, because your antibodies will immediately flush it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I think that's like why you don't normally get 2. But so the Johnson & Johnson one, I wonder if it is stronger. And that's why it was only 1. Like if it was just, I don't know.
I'd be scared knowing that and thinking, okay, why is that only 1 then?
And like COVID is like a form of the flu. COVID itself just means the shape of the virus. Mm-hmm. It's a coronavirus. So like the 19 means that's what strain it is. So it's this strain of COVID that has been so deadly. It doesn't mean that all strains of COVID are. It's just like how influenza or the flu can be worse one year than it is the next 10 years. It's the particular strain.
That's correct. Mm-hmm. If you look at, so coronavirus is not new. SARS was a coronavirus because the shape of the virus looks like a crown. It has those things that stick out of it. So it's crown. And MERS was a coronavirus. Like there's several. If you read the back of a thing of Lysol wipes or Clorox wipes, it's going to say that it's 99% effective against killing coronavirus, influenza, all these different things that would live on surfaces. So although it's not influenza, it is something that's been around for 50 years. The only reason it was named COVID-19 is because this particular strain was a novel strain that they found in 2019. So that's how they name these things. It's weird.
Yeah. Exactly. Look at the back of a Lysol. I've seen it on Lysol before, like an old container before they even knew. Like it's been around, but that's what I mean. Like if you look on the back of a Lysol, it has been there for a reason because it's been around. Just
And
like Kim
people
said, not bad.
they've been like trying to scare people with that story, you know, like, look, it's already on the cans. Well, yes, it's
Yeah.
already on the cans
Yeah.
because COVID's just a shape.
Well, yeah, it was on the cans long before COVID-19 came out. And, you know, Cooch, I get what you're saying about that, because people who are saying like, oh, it's like the flu, it's deadly. Well, so it's really not deadlier, but it's different kind of deadly. Like, it's spreading faster and it's more deaths in a shorter period of time. So I guess in that case, you could call it deadlier. So I totally understand what you mean by that. And I agree with you. When people say like, oh, it's just a flu, that gets on my nerves too. Because it's not, it's a completely different thing, you know. But it is very similar in the way that it reacts. It's very similar in the symptoms. It's very similar in the way that it's always going to be around. And there's thousands of strains of influenza, thousands.
Mhm.
So because coronavirus will be the same thing. There's not as many different mutations of it, but in the same way as influenza, it continues to mutate and we will have it forever.
And that was Dr. Kim.
Welcome.
With
Welcome.
her
Jack of all
Corona
trades,
segment.
master of none. You're welcome for that. Thank you.
I think that's it. The only other thing I heard about this week that I kind of wanted to, because we talked about it a little bit last week, the whole critical K thing. So me and Snoop, because Snoop and me are kind of interested in it, we learned a little bit more information, kind of, not really. So there's a couple YouTubers that are talking about it, but apparently there's like 137 strikes on her channel. Some are saying it's from Christian's mom, and some are saying it could be Critical K and her team that are doing it and kind of trying to set off the 2 strikes that have already gone through and not to get the 3rd one to go through. So we still don't know what's going on, but all we know is we learned with the screenshots that were put out by an ex-mod that Critical K used to like to go to her mods, hey, let's, start this fake drama that's going on. That way we get people to come to the live to think that we're going to talk about this drama that just so happened to start the night before or a couple hours before. We're going to go live and do a panel, and they weren't real. So she used to set up fake issues and fake problems to try to get more people to come to her stream to think that she was going to talk about it. So I just found that interesting, and me and Snoop have all the screenshots. If anyone's interested.
I think most of your shock YouTubers, that's their exact what they want you to do. That's why I choose not to talk. Like, I don't watch them, I don't talk about them, because that's exactly what they just want, the attention.
Yeah.
And they hope that we give it to them.
It just verified it. So I was like, I kind of figured maybe that's what she did, but it verified it. And it's crazy that people even do that.
I feel like in her head, she thinks she's like the Howard Stern of YouTube.
Yes. That's a great analogy. Never thought of it like that. Yes.
Only in her head, though, because no one likes her.
Yeah.
But I feel like in her head, that's what she thinks she is.
I don't get, she's like shock and awe. She gets her subscribers because she just thinks of how far out there she can go. And it's kind of like Mrs. Wonderful or whatever her name is.
Mrs. Midwest?
Mrs. Midwest. Yeah, Mrs. Midwest.
Yeah. Well, she's crazy in general, and she literally just sits there on stream and talks.
I haven't watched her in a while either. I felt like...
Oh, I watched her the other day. She's still doing the same old boring shit. Nothing new.
Who, Mrs. Midwest or what's her name? Critical.
Oh, no. Miss Effin' Wonderful, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I can't watch her. She's boring.
Well, and I just start to feel bad after a while. I'm like, she needs rehab, and y'all need to quit encouraging her to keep drinking.
For real. Well, Cooch, that is hilarious. For the longest time, I thought they were the same person too. I seriously thought Mrs. Wonderful and Critical K were the same person. And I was like, God, this lady is miserable. But no, there's actually two completely miserable.
Could you imagine if that was the same person? Like, oh, imagine being related to her.
I can't imagine.
Like, nope, I can't do Christmas again this year. Sorry.
Jackie's so good to us because she watches all this stuff that that I don't want to watch, and she gets through it, and she does this research. I'm telling you, I can't watch stuff like that sometimes.
Yeah, doesn't bother me. I watched all the Critical K stuff. Well, me and Snoop watched it together, and it was just like, it was like a 2-3 hour. The only thing that was kind of weird that I was like, why? Like, this girl, she mentioned that she liked how I heard BX Beats Boy is going to do a video on it. And all of a sudden he like pops up on her panel. I guess he was watching her stream. And she's like, I don't know how to do videos very well. I'll just give you all the screenshots so you can make a video about it and then post your Discord link so that way you can have all these new people. And I'm just like, I feel bad for these poor folks because these are people that just found out they've been betrayed by, Critical K that they've been following. They're going to go from her to him. Good luck. That's all I can tell you. Good luck with that one. He is just as bad as her. Maybe not as bad, but just as bad. So if you want to get away from that, get away from that. And this is going to be, and me and Snoop were talking, I was like, this is probably going to be his new, platform. It's like, oh, the true crime community? I wanted to do that anyways. Let's do it now. I got all these people that like it. Let's do it now. So
I just wonder, what is he going to be doing? Reacting to Bailey Sarian videos?
I don't know, because that's not, he wasn't into all of that stuff, talking about, the long case and all of that. They clearly not liked that stuff, but liked talking about that stuff and hearing it and discussing it. They're not going to get that out of him because he doesn't talk about things like that unless he starts now all of a sudden and we hear his true perspective on situations. I mean, I can't see him talking about talking about a murder story or a crime story and then giving his opinion because he tries to remain neutral. You can't.
He doesn't do enough research. He doesn't
that's what I mean.
You know what I mean? He's not going to actually get details. In true crime, they do so much research on those channels and they look into the backstories and how they grew up, and then they'll watch 12, 14 hours of court TV on the thing. Yeah. And I mean, they do all kinds of stuff that it takes a lot of work.
All he could be doing is reacting to other people's true crime videos because there's no way he would do the work to do his own true crime video.
Well, he's getting all these new people from the Critical K. He's just going to have them do the work for them like we did for him. Come on. They're going to be like, did you hear this story? Did you hear about this crime that happened? He'll be like, no, tell me about it. And then he'll realize they know all about it, and that's how he gets them sucked in. He'll be like, keep telling me more. Send me the links. Tell me everything you know about it. Come on. That's how it happened with us.
Here's the video. The video is going to be like this, all of them. What's going on, guys? It's your friendly neighborhood Peace Boy. We're going to talk today about this new story going on, and have you heard about it? This guy, Chris Watts, he killed his wife. And man, that's crazy. And is that his name? I don't know. I'm really high. And so anyway, y'all. So
smoke break.
His wife. Yep. Smoke break.
And then the bubbling noises.
So innocent until proven guilty. Y'all tell me what you think in the comments. Y'all have a great day.
Exactly.
Because all of his videos turned into that. He stopped ending that. He stopped telling you anything. You watch 8 minutes of intro commercial.
Yeah, they got repetitive, and they had no details on anything. Like, yeah,
Oh yeah.
No.
And it's gonna be like it happened in
not on.
1783. Don't quote me on
You
that.
know me,
Don't quote me on that.
right? I don't know dates. You know that. Oh my God, nailed it! You did. You nailed it.
Man.
But yeah, so
He'll still be
they're just
joking
gonna
about
go.
dates in the most inappropriate time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the person that like was being like, "Oh my God, I like the person who was streaming was just like, oh, I like the ex-Beast Boy when he talks about Katie." It's like, well, then you clearly haven't watched any of his stuff because he hasn't talked about her in a long time. And that means you don't know what's going on with anything because you haven't watched anything. So they're both, you know what? Have fun. And we'll see what happens. I mean, eventually we're going to find out if any more strikes go through. And if there's 137 strikes and she already has 2, we're going to find out soon enough what's happening. So
I thought your channel got taken down off 103 strikes.
That's what I heard.
But if
3
she's
strikes.
she's
fighting all of them.
Yeah, she could be fighting all of them because like they'd have to prove like they're.
Well, that's
strikes.
So people are conspiracizing or saying like maybe it was Christian's family that put a team together and striked all of her videos. And then there are people saying, well, maybe she did it to get YouTube to think that people are abusing the report. Yeah. I didn't want to say her name. Thank you. But because she's really not. I know you don't care, but I don't really. She's not worth watching, guys. That's why I wasn't saying her name. She's literally, it was 2 hours, 4 hours, 3 different videos that I had to watch and gave like the same thing over. She was just as bad as BX, but at least she gave information. It just like, for me, it was like, I fell asleep at one point. And Snoop actually fell asleep, and then we woke up and we're like, "Did you hear that?" And I'm like, "Nah, I have to go back now and watch it again." And I just put it on triple speed, and it was like, okay. So she just kept saying the same thing over and over again, over and over again. It's like, all right, I got you the first 5 times. So this is what you think. Okay, all right. Like, there's no need to keep going on about it and saying it again. But we'll find out. We don't know. We just know she got all these screenshots from an ex-mod. And the screenshots were, a little juicy. I got screenshots too. It happens. I still have screenshots I haven't shown because they're just there and whatever. But hey, we'll find out. And when we find out, maybe we'll find out the real. Because when someone strikes someone's channel, they have to give all the information.
Yeah, that's what DCP was doing, right? He was like striking people's channels just to flush them out so he could get their personal information, which in a way to me is like doxing. Like, why do you want it? I know, was he gonna?
But I guess there's like a $50 lawyer that Little Red hired that helped her fight Katie's without having to give her personal information.
AZ had the same thing because she didn't want to give her personal information to iMessy. So she got a lawyer about that too.
Yeah, it's like $50, $60. And it's YouTube helps you get the lawyer too. I know that. So
yeah, because I wouldn't be giving out my personal information to none of these folks. No way.
I would send you $60 via like Cash App before I let you send them your personal information, either one of you.
Right.
I'm serious. Like, yes, if you have a YouTube channel and someone's trying to do that to you, hit me up. I got you.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so that was pretty much it for the week, really.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop the link. Ooh, my keyboard is not, my desk is coming in. Yay! Can't wait for my desk to come in. So then I'm in my YouTube room. But here's the link. if anyone wants to come on, join us real quick, talk about what they heard that maybe we missed, talk about what we've already talked about, come join us. But yeah, I wouldn't give my information to these people either because
I don't even give my real information to the stores I shop at half the time.
Heck no. Fake
I still use my mom's phone number from my house when I was a kid that my little sister lives at and does not have a phone hookup.
Right. And you've got to have that special email for the junk.
Yep. It's my email that I made when I was 10, and I'm not even embarrassed to tell people whenever I say it out loud, even though it's clearly something a 10-year-old came up with.
Let's hear it.
Well, I don't want to get my junk email filled with more junk, but I'll tell you after the stream.
Tell me after. Sorry, dox yourself, Stacy.
What? All right, I was just thinking, like when you guys were talking, I was just thinking, like, there's 3 of us for this channel, so would all 3 of us have to give our information for something like that?
I guess
it's not one person.
I don't know. Like whoever
it might depend on what like they were trying to strike you for.
Right. Like if they're trying to strike you for something I said, maybe they'd want my information, but they don't care, or
like if the Pearls come after me for to train up reviews.
They're coming.
I clearly have in the description that it's my opinion only.
Total parody. Right.
I would think that they would only come after me.
Well, I'm curious to find out. Maybe it's like one of those things that, hey, can we ask you something kind of thing? Maybe it's in the frequently asked questions of YouTube. Who knows? It's got to be somewhere. It'd be interesting. But, and here we go. We got Josh here. I was telling, hey, Josh. Where's my sincere cracking up? I told you I'd drop the link when we were done. Oh, and share. Yay. How you guys doing?
Good. Hi, Josh.
Hey. Josh, what's up?
Hey, I'm all good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention the video, the IG, the Instagram with Preacher Boy.
Yeah.
And KJ. She was eating M&Ms again.
Yes.
Is that what she was eating?
Yes.
Seriously, popping and crunching while she was talking to him. She's crunching and chewing with her mouth open, rolling her eyes and flirting. It was the most cringy thing I think I've watched ever.
Yes. And she got quieter eating the M&Ms when he came on. But when he wasn't on, she was munching on them.
Has she not learned her lesson with M&Ms yet? Seriously.
No.
Right? No thanks. Yeah. But she was flirting with him. Oh, yeah.
It was,
yeah.
Man, the cringe.
The cringe was just, I found it funny. Because I played a bit of the video in the video that I did last night. And I had to go back a bit because she put a filter on when he came on.
She did.
But
of course.
I was watching it and I was like, wait, hang on, there wasn't stars there beforehand. And I'm like, wait, I had to go back
now
and be like,
stars.
I was like, there's stars now. I was like, that is just, when you sit there and you think, I didn't even do that when I was 16.
Her face, she was fangirling like crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I did. There's nothing wrong with filters. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But
I
it
like
was just
filters too.
it was just a case of like she waited until he came on to put the filter on, and I'm like, you couldn't have made that any more obvious even if you tried.
I can't understand why she was so excited. I can't understand why she was so excited to even have him on anyhow, though. He lived it. He was in it. He is obviously going to have more information than she does. Why did she even do that to herself? I'm confused.
Because she thinks she knows everything. Like, that's easy. She thinks there's not a moment that goes by in the day that woman does not think to herself, damn, I've got it. I'm the best thing ever. No one knows more than me. Look at me go. I am fantastic. My hair is gorgeous. My face is gorgeous. I have the best body. I work out all the time on my elliptical. I have the perfect family. I'm the most famous person on YouTube. Everybody else can suck it. I'm a writer. I'm a journalist. Like that, not a
I work
moment goes
really,
by.
really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Like
I
that
work
is
so hard.
her dreams are her looking in a mirror and telling herself how wonderful she is.
Yeah.
She didn't even give him a chance to decline. She said, "Ooh, look at him." And she was pushing. She didn't even ask first.
No, she just saw his name. She was like, "Oh my God, preacher boy! Oh my God, we should collab sometime. We should collab sometime. Oh my God, I've heard so much good things about you. I've used you for a sauce. You know what? Click request. You should join me right now." That's how it was.
And she's like,
So
"Why not? Why not? Why
if
not?"
you send me a join button when I'm at home, not planning to be on camera, I can definitely tell you I am not dressed for camera.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, he was like, "I don't know if I can come on camera. My hair's not fixed." But like I said, he was handsome.
He looked cute anyway.
Hair looked fine.
Exactly. Yeah. He's like me, like fixing. He was like, "Okay, yeah, okay."
It was a little funny when they were both playing with their hair at the same time. That was a little cringy too, though.
It was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But she was doing the whole like flirt twirl. Like that's more than her going like this, She was twirling it. Oh, and she kept cutting him off, and I felt bad for him because like they were talking about the Catholic Church at one point, and she was like, "Well, I was Catholic, I can talk about this, so I know how the priests are. They're supposed to remain abstinent." And he goes, "Yeah, they're supposed to be abstinent. Yeah, that's Catholic Church for you." Like,
yeah, but she said something. Yeah, but she said something wrong. She turned around and said, "The church preaches that all humans are meant to not have sex." And I was like, "No, that's not how they do it."
Yeah.
If you're going to give out information, at least give out the correct information. I wasn't raised Catholic, and even I know what they preach.
Exactly. It's you need to remain abstinent before you get married. That's the Catholic Church. Same thing, kind of, as the Duggar religion, as they call it, or the IFB, which is what he was in. But the way he described it better, as I have the quote because I was going to talk about it. He said it as the IFB, even like their pastors and things like that, they make it sex like a joyful thing, like the more sex the better kind of thing, and they teach the kids that too, and it's like what?
Okay.
Let me see. I have the direct quote.
In order to be fruitful and multiply, like
so
that.
So he came back with they were supposed. Hold on. KJ said the only sex that the priests were getting was loving on God, and then I was like, ha 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 on that one. But he said,
yeah, what a disgusting thing to say. They're abstinent. Priests and nuns are abstinent because they are married to
Married
God.
to God. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's it.
That's
and,
what.
right. So
Yeah.
God is not a physical figure. They don't dream of having sex with God. That's stupid.
Yeah, she
so
made that
stupid.
sound really gross. Yeah.
Yeah, she makes everything sound really gross. That's why I don't watch her anymore, because I get super triggered by that woman. But
Yeah, well, they were talking about the Catholic, so KJ was saying the Catholic Church problem is they take away sex from a human and drives a lot of the A-word abuse because they're telling normal sexual beings they can't have sex, but then in the IFB they do it where the rules are different, where they support the men having as much as they want. And Eric came back with it's how they idolize it and consider it's the best thing in the world, where even youth pastors and pastors talk about it, but then they also say don't do it no matter what. So they're hypocrites is what he says, where like it's the church, the Catholic Church doesn't say that. And he had like corrected KJ, and you can tell like she was kind of like, oh, excuse me, I just told you I grew up Catholic. But he was like, and they just tell you not to have sex before married, that it's something you enjoy with your partner when you, and he corrected everything. But it was like, because I think she was more on the priest thing when she was saying no humans, like, should have sex. Like, no, you're talking about the priests and the nuns at that point, because you're teaching sexual beings not to have sex. That's not right. But
Well, if you take that and dissect it a little bit, sure. I think that let's just take me, and I'm a Christian, and when I was, I don't know if you want to say more Christian, maybe I was more Christian. I don't know how you want to say it. But when I was raising my kids, I told them, no drugs, no sex, no smoking. You do that as a parent. But I know that if I got too preachy with it, I'm pushing them into it at some point.
Yeah.
And both of my children had sex before marriage. Both of them did, so it did me no good.
Yeah.
But and a little bit of piece of that was right, what she was saying. Because they are telling people who are they're made for that, and you're telling them not to do that. So yes, that tiny little bit was right. But so many tiny little bit, very tiny.
Yeah.
But this is a good point, because like you're right, like the more you talk about it and hold it up, and I think what he was trying to say is when you make it this great thing and then you say no, don't do that, it's like you're dangling a carrot in front of them and they're going to do it. And in the Catholic Church, I was raised Catholic. In the Catholic Church, they don't talk about it. At least not my experience. Like, you just don't talk about it. Don't do it. Don't talk about it. When you're married, you can do it. Great.
Yeah.
We're not going to teach you about it. Good luck finding that out on your own. No discussion. Like, let's go to mass.
No sex ed class in high school. I went to a Catholic high school. Nothing.
Oh yeah. See, we talked about it, but we talked about it in terms of it's basically a piece of bubble gum. And nobody's going to want it after somebody else has already chewed it.
Yeah, exactly. I've heard that, and I've heard that analogy as well. And I was brought up Catholic as well. And then I was more evangelical, Bible teaching, charismatic church, and they did talk about it a lot. And it just at that point, it just depends on the church, and
it makes you wonder about it because they'll talk about it. They talk about it a lot. It really makes you start to wonder.
A lot. Yep. And I cannot tell you, I lost count on how many affairs the men in that church were having. Lost track.
All of them.
So I didn't know, but when we were kids, they would occasionally send us all outside to play, and it would be like in the middle of service. I found out after I grew up that it would be because someone had an affair in the church and they made that church's business. And so the adults had to discuss how they were going to handle this, and they would send us kids outside. And that cracks me up now, because if anybody tried to tell me how to handle my business,
I'd be like, no.
It would not end well.
Nope.
Well,
my
as-
business.
Yeah. No, I think that's so funny. And usually it is the people who speak the most fervor about something and tell everyone else how they should be. They're usually the ones that are like, caught in the hotel room smoking crack.
Yeah.
Like my sister actually had a guy who was a Baptist preacher, and he ended up in the hospital because he had something stuck in his butt. So,
Oh,
there's things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's always things.
That's cracked me up.
I'm serious, but all these families that are like so perfect, like the Duggars, and you see them and they're like, we love God and everything's perfect. They're usually the ones that are into the craziest, nastiest, low down, dirty, what stuff. And I'm telling you, like, I believe you be you. You do what you want to do as long as it's consensual. I don't care. But the more they try to hide it, the more taboo it becomes. And then the more they end up doing it and exploring it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm never going to end up in a hospital room with something stuck up my butt. But it's because it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
Well, I think that
Exactly.
part of that problem too with KJ is because just as many people that were having affairs in this particular church, there were just as many wonderful, devout, beautiful people. And she is lumping everybody together and saying they're all raping their wives. They're all, and it's not necessarily true. And if it is, that's a bad thing. But she's not in these bedrooms. She does not know. She has not heard from every single person. She needs to stop lumping people.
But she does hours and hours of research and has hours and hours of phone calls with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Her hours and hours of research are like watching other YouTube videos and stealing other people's content and reading the Sun.
Yeah.
Reading the Sun. That's about her level. But she does lump people together, and she does this with so many different. This is someone said earlier. Was it Chronically said that she's the most fake woke person? I saw that in the chat. And this is really true because she will lump people together and say like the craziest stuff and that is not true. So she'll say things like about an entire race of human beings. All white people are racist. Like she'll say crazy stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just because she's trying so hard to be woke and to appeal to like a different crowd, but she doesn't understand that everybody sees right through her and that no one actually believes that garbage that she's spitting. She doesn't believe it. That's why no one believes it, because she's not believable, because what she's saying she doesn't believe.
Yeah. So after Preacher Boy did the whole statement saying like, I did the live and I didn't do the research, and I always do the research, so it was on me, but I'm not doing the interview. She did an Instagram live, and in that live, she was just like, these trolls always come after me. I work so hard. I don't do this for nothing. I spend hours and hours and hours of researching and giving them my all. And everyone thinks I'm this heartless person, but it's coming from the heart. And it's like, shut up. Please.
Didn't she say somewhere, or was it gossip that she said somewhere that he was flirting with her? I had heard that from someone, but I didn't see it in print. I did not see it in print.
She didn't say it, but it was in like the tweets, in her like tweet comments. I think someone like insinuated it, and she was like, "Yeah, it kind of was." I think I might have that screenshot somewhere.
Oh my god!
And he so wasn't. He so was not.
Yeah.
I wanted to come back.
He kept talking about his wife.
No, I'd love for him to come. Oh, he's married. I'd love for him to come out with a statement and be like, "I'm sorry, I am homosexual and I do not." You know what I mean? Like, I absolutely love to hear that. But did you guys see the what was it that posted an article, and It was about her, like, take it down. That thing about the banana and, you know, with Josh Duggar. And she actually commented on the article, just so you know,
Yes.
I am, without
Yep.
a crystal ball, the person that broke this article, the person that broke this story. It was me. Just so you know,
Yeah.
I just wanted you to know it was me. Like,
That's how
Full
she is,
credit for the
though.
gross thing.
Yeah.
But
She's like,
the thing is,
I was the
But
one.
she
I was
called
the one.
out-
Me.
She called out Deaf Noodles today for retweeting that video about the video with the girl. And somebody commented and said that. They were like, didn't you just put out a video about sexualizing a child eating a banana?
she sure did.
You see, I didn't know that she did that. It was only because of AZ's video that I realized that she did that. And I was like, she went back to 2015 to find that particular video. And I am like, okay, you went way back to find that video.
She digs. I'll give her that. When she gets hooked on something or someone, she will dig in deep to find out all the facts.
But then my question is, why no one, literally no one on the internet was looking for that particular video and coming to that conclusion, but her.
Yeah.
And then it was like, so nobody else was coming to that conclusion. You know, basically, I don't want to say this because it sounds wrong, but sexualizing that child.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thoughts were already in her head. The thoughts were there.
Yes.
Yep.
But
She
nobody
wanted
else.
But that's
Nobody
how
else
she is,
thinks like
though.
that. Nobody else thinks like that. And I'm like, everyone sat there like, I mean, Josh is a piece of crap. You know, Josh Duggar's a piece of crap for what he did.
Not you.
But I'm
I
like,
know.
I am like, flip that reverse and be like, so Josh Duggar's done what he's done, and I hope that he rots in hell.
Yes.
But I'm like, you all don't see that KJ's basically just sexualized a child for the internet. I am like, that is just as bad as what he's done.
Josh, she's doing it to report the facts, you know.
But I'm like,
it's not to do it, not to sexualize it. It's to report the facts. Damn it. That that was her excuse with the whole video. Like when she talked about the video that he downloaded, we didn't want to know about it. She was interested and decided to tell everyone to make money off of it, so she can make someone look really bad. But it was it was already bad enough what he did.
Yeah, but I was going to say, he's going to burn in hell anyway.
Know anymore. Exactly.
Yeah, he's going to burn in hell anyway for what he's done. So it's what?
Definitely.
It's just
I kind of hope that the family sues her for it.
Really,
you know what I mean? I would love for the family to go after her for that, just because I think it's so wrong. That child doesn't deserve that. And now that child, it's on the internet forever. So now that poor child is always going to be seen as this, in this light. And I can't even say the words, and I probably need to go soon. Because this topic is not one that I like to talk about. I understand you guys want to talk about it. I will see myself out.
No. We can change the topic.
No. You guys, no, absolutely. You talk about what you want to talk about. I'm good. I'm fine.
I'm done with that.
I do think that
me too.
it's horrible, and I really hope she gets sued for it.
Yeah,
Tati
Kim,
couldn't
don't
win.
win yet.
Yeah, no. We were more talking about the preacher boy that just so happened to come up because of what she also put out.
He had also said, or she said, you in that comment that she made, that you humiliated me. There was nothing that he did that humiliated her. All he did was deny her. And all of a sudden, you can't be humiliated if you didn't do anything wrong. If he's saying you did something and you didn't do it, you shouldn't be humiliated.
It was because he did it publicly.
Yes, because he made a public statement about not doing a collab with her.
But he talked about as he said, he's like, I did this live publicly, and I wanted to let the public know publicly that I wasn't working with you. Like, how is that humiliating you? He didn't say one bad thing about her.
According to her, sorry.
Well, no. According to her, come on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, according to her, she needed to talk to him. He needed to come to her privately. And I'm like, I said it in my video last night. That is somebody who's like, oh, you needed to come to me privately so I could twist it and like talk you round kind of thing. But I'm like, he did it publicly because the live was a public thing. It was on a public platform.
Well, and she just likes to create the boundaries. She thinks she's in control of you know what can and can't be done in every situation, and it can change based on how or who she is in the situation.
But then she's turned it around and made him look, because she's used the word misogyny and all this kind of stuff.
That's what she always does. Every time.
But that was never that wasn't an issue until she made it one.
The problem is sometimes the person who's talking about her is a misogynist, but because she overuses the word so much that nobody's taking any of it seriously because she just calls anyone that.
Yeah, it's like crying wolf. You know, and for her, like, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And in this instance, her prize was humiliation because she decided to be an idiot and play stupid games. Like, she should not have done, she shouldn't have said what she said and try to change the narrative on him. And all he was doing was saying, yeah, no, that's not what we're doing here. Sorry. And, you know, so she's God.
I hate to say it, but she kind of, I hate to say it though. She was the one that jumped the gun. If you really wanted to do a collab with him and like have it work out very well for you, you see him in your live, you say, okay, DM me right now and we'll talk more. And then maybe then you could be like, you know, I have a lot of haters. I just want to pre-warn you. They might come after you. And then talk. Like,
she brought it all into the public.
I think she knew. She knew that if she didn't request him right then and there, he probably wouldn't have done an interview with her.
No, I don't think he would have.
That's what I think.
Because the research that he did, or I'm presuming that he did, is her own words, and that's the reason why she's as butthurt as she is because the haters, as she calls everyone, it's not the haters that are bringing up rumors. All they're doing is basically giving him, or I don't know whether he found the videos or whatever, but
we don't know. Yeah,
we don't know whether he did the research and found the videos himself or whether people sent him the videos. But basically, it's her own words and her own. Basically,
it's all her, anyways. Whatever is out there, exactly.
Yeah, it's stuff she did. Yeah,
exactly. So it's not. That's the reason why she's as butthurt as she is, because it's her own words coming back on her, and she can't handle it.
Exactly.
She can't handle it.
I mean, I'll give it to her. Yeah. I mean, I'll give it to her. She did the smart thing, and she requested it because she knew she wasn't going to get an interview with him.
But then she deleted all. That's the thing. I was trying to find any like the information to like do my video, and it was all gone. The only thing that was there was her live. Her live basically going.
Oh well, all those go away. She never saves the lives. The Instagram lives, those are never saved.
No, I know, but you
gotta get those as they're happening. She never puts them up there to view.
Yeah, I think there's two sites that post all her IG lives. I think I've seen two channels.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's Miss
Mrs. Care
Care. Yep.
and
and just
all of that stuff.
All that
Is it all?
sass.
yeah,
Yep.
all
Well,
all that
that's
she,
something.
but she actually all that sass hasn't really been
All
posting them.
that sass, yeah, sassy something. Yeah.
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 But yeah, if you
I
gotta
know.
catch them. That's I know a couple other people recorded them, like Joanne. Oh, what's her name? She's from Australia.
Oh yeah,
Jaclyn?
she does as well. And
Yes.
she's a great
Is it
channel. Yeah,
Cochrane?
Joe.
Yes. So she had recorded it as it was happening, so she could react to it, and she did a great reaction video to it as well. But
Yeah.
I got a lot of my information, and that's why I was like, so I kept finding more and more and more. That I was like, you know what? It was supposed to be like a little 5-minute. Here are the tweets. This is what happened, so I could show you guys tonight on the recap. And then it's like, now it's like almost a 20-minute video, and I'm like, let me cut this down a little bit, and we'll make it an actual video for everybody later.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna put it up after.
my live the other night was only supposed to be like 2 hours, and then it was like, oh, okay, it's almost 4 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
But
What else,
that's 'cause
though?
it was spiraling
No, keep
into
going.
like other conversations.
Yeah, I mean, because it's weird. I mean, it's just one more person to prove that KJ does not play well with others.
But
Doesn't play well with others. Do not put her in the sandbox with other people, because KJ will throw sand in your face.
Yes, this is very true. I know.
Well, I've got some editing to work on before I can go to bed, so I'm about to hop off here.
Yeah, I gotta film a video opening a box.
Oh, opening the
I'm
box.
gonna say goodnight. I'm gonna say goodnight, guys.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to post the KJ video. I'm going to put it on YouTube, let them approve it, do what they got to do. And I don't know. Do you guys want to premiere, or do you want me just to post it? Because I just posted and you guys can watch it.
Oh, I love premieres. Whatever you want to do.
All right.
I love the premieres too. I love being able to interact. And then
All right. Well, then we'll make it a premiere.
And if
so
you
as
miss
soon
a
as
premiere, it's just a video, right?
Yeah. You can still watch it later afterwards. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cher, for coming on. Thank you, Josh. We love you both. And I put both of their channels. They each have a channel. Cher does the cutest guinea pigs and the babies and all that. I love it. And Josh, we talk like same thing. So I love your channel too. And I was so mad I missed the video last night, but I rewatched it when I came home from work. So, and I'm happy to help you. You know that. You're my man.
And I'm happy to help you guys.
But both of them are in the chat, and I'm going to put them in the description as well for everybody. But yeah, it's been a hell of a week, and
yeah,
I mean,
see what next week brings.
Exactly. Thank you. Well, Josh, we'll see ya in the Discord. I'll talk to you after this. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Go to the watch party. We'll watch something. How about that? Anyone wants to watch something with me? Because I'm not going to bed. Let's watch something. I'll be in the watch party.
I probably won't go to bed either.
Jackie doesn't.
Sounds good.
Guys, Jackie, I am convinced that Jackie does not ever close her eyes and go to sleep.
No, maybe 2 hours. Like, I came home from work at 1:30. Then I fell asleep around 3. But I had to get up at 5 because my boyfriend's car broke down, so he was taking my car a week. But I wanted the car today since it was my day off. That I drove him to work for 5, 6 o'clock. He had to be there to come home. I closed my eyes at 7:30. My neighbor downstairs blaring freaking music. So I was back up, stayed up, and I've been up ever since. So
wow,
I'm not tired. I don't know how I do it.
Goodness,
it just
I don't
happens.
know how you do it either. But yeah,
you'll get me in the end.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Josh, for coming on. It was so good talking to you. Thank you, Cher, for coming on. It was so good talking to you too.
It's been good talking to you guys too.
Yes.
I need more coffee.
Stacy has a video tomorrow. Kim's gonna have a video. I'm gonna have a video. So everybody stay tuned for the videos that are coming to the channel. And we will see everyone tomorrow than next week. But next week for the YouTube recap for sure. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.